All right, what's up, everybody? This is Brian. I'm here with Israel for Metal Swap Meet. We're here at Setting Sun Sake. We're here with Josh and Kim from Setting Sun Sake, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming down and doing this video with us. I appreciate it. It's always good to hang out.
Absolutely. In case you guys didn't know, and you've been living under a fucking rock for a while, Josh and Kim and Setting Sun are the ones that host the Metal Swap Meet for the last 3 Metal Swap Meets.
Yeah, super grateful to be able to do that. I loved how it happened naturally. You guys showed up and thankfully never left.
Yeah, I just wandered in here and found some metalheads. So yeah, we really appreciate that. We're kind of here talking to you guys just because you guys have had like a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah. It's been a struggle to make sake cool in Southern California.
And you guys are our friends, so we want to help you. And if you guys stay around, it helps us too.
Hell yeah! Well, we want to stay around so we can keep hosting the Metal Swap Meet into the future. I just see it getting bigger and bigger every year. More bands, more booths, more madness.
We appreciate that. Maybe you'd like to give us kind of a brief history of the company Setting Sun Sake.
Yeah, for sure. We were founded in 2014. I spent some time working for breweries, and I knew when I wanted to strike out on my own and do my own thing, I wanted to do something that was difficult and significant. And rather than being San Diego's 457th beer brewery, I thought it'd be really cool to showcase sake brewing because it's an offshoot of beer brewing, but still really different. We signed the incorporation documents in 2014, and we spent almost 3 full years in recipe development and building out the brewery. We opened at the end of 2016. We had just a 1,000 square foot space next door, actually. It's now all of our brewing area, but we started out there with just a small tasting room and a smaller brewing area. And we were just trying our hardest to produce world-class sake here in San Diego. We had some really cool success with the local neighborhood took us in, and we were able to grow. We acquired the unit next door, which is where we're at now, in 2017, and it took me about a year to put everything where it is now. We've got a beautiful mural. We've got this wood feature behind us, the Ronin wall that has the names of our members on it.
And the grand opening of this tasting room was actually when we first hosted the Metal Swap Meet. So that was super rad.
Yeah, in 2018, when we opened this side, was our first Metal Swap Meet. And it was just on the backside here. Yeah. And it was super impressive to see the fans come out for that. I really can't describe it as anything other than just an awesome concert vibe full of really cool people. And then there's just tons of like patches and CDs and stuff. I love it. But back to Setting Sun Sake. So in 2018, we opened this side up. It was a great experience for us. We then went to work with getting into Costco and Cost Plus World Market, trying to get out distribution and representing San Diego sake throughout Southern California. We started landing some of those accounts, and then the pandemic hit. And it's been a real punch in the dick the entire time since. Not only the limitations of what we're able to do for allowing people inside, just the limited hours, and the pandemic itself, forces everyone to make different decisions. So we had some of our team members leave to pursue what they had to. I mean, full respect for them leaving the project, but it left us understaffed and kind of underfunded to do what we need to do without the same number of people to keep up the work we were doing. We were able to get some SBA loans in the beginning of the pandemic, which were crucial for us staying alive and staying here, and allowed us to get to last year when we hosted the last metal swap meet. It was amazing to see the people come back out in force and do all that. But as the world is opening up, everyone seems to want their money, and so the landlords who'd been nice for the pandemic, charging us half rent, said, "We need all of that money, and now." And that was a huge strain to our already struggling business. So we announced, the Ronin recovery program, which you guys thankfully have been sharing, and a lot of our friends have been sharing, and that helped us get over that first hurdle. But what we're looking to do is not just stay here in this location, but grow and thrive in this location and fully realize the dream from the beginning, which is opening a small cafe. It'll allow us to become a sake brew pub. So we'll go from San Diego's only sake brewery to San Diego's only sake brew pub, but that'll allow us to pour beer and wine and cocktails and have a more full experience. So for everyone that's joining our Ronin Club, getting their name on the wall back here, and getting a tab at the bar to be able to enjoy themselves, they're also getting a more well-rounded experience rather than just sake and sake cocktails. We'll have killer eats and killer beers, which I think will change the vibe in here and make it a much more open and.
Would you be brewing the beers as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet.
We've been doing more collaboration brews lately. We did one with Three Punks down in Chula Vista. We did an amazing mango IPA that we entered in World Beer Cup, and I plan on winning World Beer Cup. Not because it was an amazing IPA, although it was, but because we entered it in the sake beer category, and it'll definitely stand out from what everybody else is trying to do. Everyone else.
I had no idea that was a category.
It just is for this. They just added it this year because sake is growing. And
you're going to kill it then.
Yeah, I mean, I plan on it. Especially with Three Punks is the brewery I'm working with. They make amazing beer. But so we'll add more beer here, beers that we brew in collaboration. We'll add wines that we work on. We have a wine collab we did with Charlie and Echo, and maybe some ciders. We've done a cider collab with Newtopia. So we have a really rich history of working within the community to showcase all the angles that sake could offer. And with our Koji Kitchen that we want to open, we'll be able to do a much more well-rounded experience with food pairings as well. So while the Ronin recovery program is still active and going, it's to get us to go to those.
It's to try to stabilize you and then help you grow to the next level.
It's also that, and it's responding to what San Diego has really kind of said they wanted during the pandemic, and even now when we're open and we have a food truck out front. Our sales are higher, people are happier.
Sure. And
we've been struggling to keep food trucks out all the time. And Chef Kim is an amazing chef who does dinners and stuff all over town, and it would be a waste of her talents not to showcase what she can do here as well.
Absolutely.
So in addition to her talents, we'll have other chefs that we keep doing collaborative dining experiences with, like Chef Chewy of The Good Seed. While he's still in town, we'll have at least one more experience with him where we have a nice dining collab with him. He's done amazing ramen stuff for us, and it's really cool to always see what kind of food he's bringing, and we'll keep that vibe going into the future as well, not only with the food that we keep here, but the same collaborative efforts.
Awesome. As far as the Ronin recovery, maybe you could kind of briefly go over what packages and stuff and things we're offering with that.
For sure. For the Ronin recovery, I'll definitely let Kim take over. Kim is our resident Kikisakishi, which is international sake sommelier. She's also our cocktailian. Is that the word? I don't know what the word is. She makes all the sake cocktails and does a lot of the food pairings. So with all of that she does, she's also in charge of the Ronin program, and she's the best one to describe it.
On Bar Rescue, they call it mixologist.
Mixologist?
Yeah.
Chief
That's like the
Sakeologist.
that's the fancy term, I think. No, it's been great having our cocktail program here. It all ties into the Ronin recovery too, to keep us going. So our Ronin recovery, we have a few options. Obviously, our biggest one is to join the Ronin Club membership. It's an annual membership. It also can be a month-to-month thing, but because of the situation we're in, we're asking for people to join annually. It'll get your name on this wall. You get other tasting room perks. So,
What are those perks, Kim?
So, anytime you come in, you get 15% off your entire tab. We do 2 monthly visits. First round is on us for you and a guest. Again, the 15% off also applies to all of our events on-site and off-site. So one thing we really pushed was our sake omakases. It was part of our educational program here. It used to be called the Sake 101, 102, 103s. They were all different, just variants, either involving food or it was like a homebrew class, which is really cool. And we want to keep that going because not only are we a brewery, but we're all about educating people too here. Because as San Diego's only sake brewery, people come in here and they don't know what to expect. And we don't know what to expect either because people think, oh, you're rice wine or, this is a distillery. And it's like, no, we're not. But here, let us show you what we do. And for people who have that stereotype of just sake and sushi or sake and Asian cuisine, that's why we do our sake omakases, is to push the boundaries, to show people you could do a sake and cheese pairing. You can pair sake with Malaysian food or Indian food, or Filipino food.
So we get the discount on all the events we do, but what are the other perks in the Ronin Club?
Yes. So your Ronin Club membership is for a full calendar year, which basically means like if you sign up, we're open for enrollment all year. So if you sign up in March, it's through March of next year, and so forth and so on. Your name gets on the wall right here. The ones that are painted on here actually are lifetime Ronin members, so they have either been here from the start when we first did our Kickstarter situation, or they've invested into Setting Sun in one way or the other, or helped us build this wall, which is great. But these wooden plaques right here, we're actually going to order plaques, like actual screen printed or etched.
Like machine etched door plaques, like you would get in a nice office.
Yeah. So yes, your name will go on the wall. You earn Ronin coin. So Ronin coin is basically you're basically buying a bar tab, right? So
it's like Disney bucks.
Yeah, it's like Disney dollars. So every dollar you spend on the Ronin coin, you earn, or on the club, you earn coin. So you get 300 Ronin coin because our membership is $300 with a $60 registration fee. You get to use that in the tasting room. So if you come in, you start a tab, you have friends, you're entertaining, and you're just like, hey, Kim or Josh, I want to use my Ronin coin. Be like, cool, we'll take care of it. And we'll keep you up to date on that monthly.
They can be spent on bottles to go, merch, events.
Anything we basically sell for Setting Sun sake, you can
and
use that.
How much is a Ronin coin worth in dollars? Is there?
It's a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
1-to-1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes it easy.
Yeah.
It makes it easy for everyone to keep track of.
Sure.
You get the Ronin coin, you get the discounts off. So even though it's $300 in Ronin coin, you're really getting a much better deal because you're getting the 15% off everything that you're purchasing. You also have monthly tasting room perks, like
every month you have 2 visits, you and a guest. First round's on us.
Sweet.
Also, we'll email you any pre-sale releases on bottles or even events as well. You kind of get first dibs on tickets or specialty bottles that we have limited bottles on, and you get to buy it.
Yeah, it's first access on all of our bottles that we release, first access on the tickets that we do for all of our educational series like the Sake Omikases, or our on-premise or off-premise events when we host them, as well as invites to our Ronin mixers or our Ronin club parties that we host. Those are usually pretty cool, and we do good food and good cocktail specials for that.
Well, I know you guys know how to party. So kind of one more question for me about that. Besides in the Ronin Club, do you guys ship bottles?
We currently are shipping to 38 states, and we'll ship anywhere that you're at, and you could use your Ronin coin to cover shipping. So just by joining the Ronin Club, we ship to Montana or New York or wherever, anywhere here in California, and it's like we'll just take care of everything for you and get it to you.
Okay.
So if you can't make it out to the tasting room to use your Ronin coin, we'll ship everything to you. Though, if you can make it to the tasting room to get your monthly visits in, so we can get the first round in, coming around for our events is the best way to utilize it. At the end of the day, though, if you don't live locally and you just want to support, we'll put your name on the wall so you'll have proof that you've been down since day one, kind of thing, and we'll ship it to you, or we'll do everything we can to arrange for that.
Okay.
And also, the Ronin coin could be used for renting the tasting room. Say if you wanted to have a birthday party here or a bat mitzvah, whatever your event, we could work that out for you. It's not just the Ronin Club. While that's the best way to help us out, because it allows us to put those funds into use directly. There's also ordering our sake. You ordered a 4-pack of our sake. You get our Ronin Clear, our Hoppy, our Pomegranate, Hibiscus, and Green Tea, and our Nigori sake. And buying those will work out shipping to you, or you can come in to pick up, and we'll usually have some food or some cocktail specials for the pickup days as well.
So that's another way. Like if the Ronin Club's not in the person's budget, but they want to help, they could do a pack of bottles, right?
For sure, a pack of bottles is another way of going about, and then you get the bottles to share with your friends.
Yeah.
And
right now we still have our core 4. It's our 750 ml swing tops. So it's cool because if you don't finish the bottle, once you open it, it has a swing top. Keep it in the fridge, and enjoy another day. We also still have, I'm doing inventory, so we still have some merch available, some hats and t-shirts. That was a $50 buy. It's either a shirt and a bottle or a hat and a bottle. And it's kind of like a mystery box type thing. So dealer's choice, whatever bottle we throw in there for you guys. That did really well too. Or you could just donate to the Ronin Recovery, which is a really great thing because that will help us not just on our current financial challenges, but beyond, because
it'll help us for repairs and replacing equipment and stuff that we just weren't able to budget for and plan for during these strange times. So at any level, if somebody wants to support, we appreciate it. This is something where we're passionately representing sake in Southern California and trying to be a lightning rod for people to experience, traditional Japanese styled things or even new San Diego craft styled things. There's the donation level. There's the $50 merch and bottle combo. There's the 4-pack combo, and then there's the Ronin Club. All of those are available, whatever level you're interested in. Every level would help us, and we appreciate it.
We appreciate you guys always sharing our stuff, our latest updates and posts. That's a great thing to just keep following us on Instagram and Facebook. We'll update our Google and Yelp to work on opening our tasting room.
And over summer, we'll work to get our tasting room open more hours.
Yes.
Right now, we're just going to be open on the weekends, but we'll be working to get back to our 7 days a week we were originally open.
Sweet.
Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for hosting us here. For now the third time and hopefully the fourth coming up. I think this place itself is pretty special. I would imagine setting some sake for you guys is super special.
I like it.
What brought on the desire to do sake, first of all, in a beer centric kind of city like San Diego?
That's a great question, man. The idea came to me while I was working at Fuller's in London. I was at the brewery drinking fresh Fuller's London Pride, and it dawned on me that one of the reasons why I'd never really enjoyed it in the States was because of the shipping. It had to be. It sat on a dock. It sat on a boat. It sat on a dock. It sat on in a warehouse. It ended up on a shelf. It might have gotten to you within 6 to 9 months of it being fresh. And one of the things that's amazing about the San Diego craft beer scene is the fresh beer.
Right.
You get styles of beer represented from all over the world, but delivered fresh so you can enjoy it. I loved sake, and I thought it would be amazing if somebody would present fresh local sake. Back when we started, there was only 7 sake breweries in North America. So Canada, and Mexico, and the United States. There was only 7 craft sake breweries, and so for me to get a job in the business, my options were move or open my own. And after almost a decade in the craft beer industry, I'd been brewing represented styles of German lagers, of English pales, of Belgian porters. There's styles that we emulated from all over the world. I thought I could do that for sake. And what I really genuinely want to do is elevate sake to a higher level than it is now. Not saying that sake is not amazing. It's amazing in Japan and it's amazing here in the United States, but the consumer or the general people out there, if they're not weird anime nerds or in sushi bars, there's so many people that don't eat raw fish. There's so many people that would never have sake without going to a Japanese place. And I want to close the distance to that. So I wanted to bring sake to Americans and use American flavors, American brewing techniques, and we use California grown rice. Mm-hmm. My idea for the application of setting sun sake is, what if San Diego was just another prefecture in Japan? So the sake coming out of Osaka is different than the sake coming out of Miyagi or any of the other prefectures. But what would it be like if it came from San Diego? We've got amazing rice, Calrose rice, grown here in California. We have amazing ingredients, amazing techniques, and it's a brewed product similar to beer. So for me, I thought I wanted to do something significant. I wanted to do something difficult. Sake, there's nothing to hide behind. You could hide a lot of flaws behind hops or malt, but in a Junmai sake, there's nothing to hide behind. So you got to be good.
Right.
So it's very difficult. And when we started, there was so few sake breweries that, to me, it was significant to represent what's cool about Japan is sake. What's cool about Japan is the drinking and eating culture. What's cool is bringing it here and showcasing it to the best of our ability. Mm. And we've spent the last, this will be our 6th year in the tasting room. And I've been brewing sake for, I guess, 10 years now. And I think I've got a lot further to go for brewing. brewing new different recipes, brewing this recipe better, perfecting it, refining it, and spreading the love of sake with the people. I feel like our message is not reaching as many people as I'd like, and so I appreciate you guys helping us with this.
Well, I think one thing that was really surprising to myself, at least, was the fact that sake does have so many variations and so many ways to drink and so many ways to prepare, with cocktails, with like food pairings, like you were mentioning. And I think you guys have brought that core kind of you have adapted it to kind of like the American taste, but at the same time keeping the core ingredients, the core craftsmanship of the product.
Thanks, man. That's been the goal. I mean, the fortune cookie was invented in San Francisco, and there's no such thing as a sake bomb in Japan. So like the American understanding of foreign cultures, not conflating fortune cookies or Chinese, but just bringing up the idea that like the American idea of other cultures, we don't have the best view of it, right? And so for us to bring the myriad of different things that sake can be, from Yamahai to Komodo, from Nigori being cloudy to our Junmai being clear, but also how it can be enjoyed. You know, it's not dropped into an industrial light lager and chugged. It's sipped like wine, or it's drank in a cocktail. Pairing with food, I think sake pairs amazingly with cheese. Nobody would ever like intuitively think about it. They think about sake and sushi, but if you get a aged cheddar or a aged Gouda where they got those little crystals in it, or a nice Parmesan, a nice aged cheese, the aged cheese with the umami factor of the sake becomes just a beautiful world of flavor. So there's so much room to enjoy and explore sake that isn't in the way that people are already aware of it. And for me, I'm reaching the people that maybe would have never had sake, and
like me.
Like you, and I love it when you guys come in here and drink.
We do that quite a bit.
You're in for a long haul.
Well, great. I mean, it's great that you guys are doing that, and you are helping educate people like myself, like others and a lot of people, especially at our event, the Metal Swap, who will basically just wander in here and they're going like, okay, what the hell is sake all about? And you guys, whip them up a nice cocktail, or you get them one of your bottles, collab bottles that you've done with us, that you've done with Cave Bastard, that you've done with some of the locals here, and they're kind of thrown off by it, but then they come back again and again the next year, like, I'm gonna go in there and have a sake, because they already have that knowledge that you put into it, which is great.
Also, like, I love craft beer. I mean, we're drinking beer today.
Yes.
And it's amazing. There's a great brewery in most neighborhoods of San Diego, but to find great sake or to find local sake, it's so unique that we offer that here. And I'm so excited to continue doing that. We look forward to doing more releases of our Ronin Black that we released with y'all in the past. I believe Cave Bastard is going to do something new with us in the future. And I'm always trying to find cool ways to celebrate sake. October 1st is International Sake Day, and we do a sake festival down at Balboa Park.
At the Japanese Friendship Garden.
Yeah, at the Japanese Friendship Garden. And this will be our 5th year doing it. We're happy doing the events we do. We take part in a bunch of celebrations all year long, but the Metal Swap Meet far and away is the best for me. We get international press about the sake day we do, and it's really cool that they're like, wow, they're loving sake in San Diego. It's cool to see how Japan is responding, how the world's responding. The best part for me, though, is Metal Swap Meet, when it's this whole parking lot's a swirling pit of black shirts and long-haired freaks, and they're drinking sake too. For me, that's the most exciting. I'm not selling. I'm not preaching to the choir, right? I'm out there with the wolves.
Yeah. And piggybacking on that a little bit, you've been a metalhead for a very long time. Can you tell us a little bit about how that kind of came to be with you and how you kind of grew into the music?
Man, I think I'm either the weirdest or worst metalhead. I have no idea which one I am, but I'm probably somewhere in between. Playing with y'all and hanging out with y'all, it's taught me that there's so many different types of metal that I'm like, well, I didn't even know that was a thing. Yodel metal. But I've always been super into, like genty, doomy, sludge, stoner metal. And growing up, a massive Tool fan. And I'm sure there's metalheads out there that'll hate me for saying that. And, fuck them.
Comes with it. Comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory of sticking your neck out and saying you like something, right? But I love... there's nothing I love more than brewing and listening to metal at top volume, or if not metal, something really cool. We're always playing music here. It's a big part of the brewing process.
We play a lot of weird shit here.
Yeah, we do. From Hank 3 to Motorhead to Polyphia. That was what I was looking for. That's one of my yeah, Chon. Yeah,
It's just more of the genty progressive kind of bands, right?
Nerdy stuff that I'm into.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
For me, it's turning the music up and getting lost in the work, allowing my mind to ponder other different things. That it's such an integral part of the process that I couldn't imagine brewing without tons of music playing always.
Great. So as we mentioned before, keep it on their socials so you can find out when the taste room is open. Yeah. Support the Ronin recovery. We are super happy to be involved with this, as with whatever we can do. Even if you just help out by clicking on their socials and sharing their publications, that makes a world of difference.
Yeah, we appreciate if you can anything you can do to help us. But the barest minimum is throw a like, share it, tag a friend that you think would like it. If you did that means as much as actually, like donating or buying or bottles or getting on the wall, because it's all about raising the awareness, right?
Right.
Getting
Absolutely.
the word out there.
Absolutely. So thank you guys for having us. Hopefully,
We have the metal swami here.
What the hell is that? Oh yeah, we have a metal swami coming up October 15th.
How many
right
bands this year?
Oh man.
4 plus Gene Hoagland doing drum clinic.
So
Yeah.
already we're at least 1 point something bands more than last year.
Yes.
We're almost double of last.
We're almost double of last year.
And just as many booths.
No, more.
No, more booths.
More booths. Yeah.
More booths, more booze,
More booths, more booze, more bands,
more metal.
Hell
more
yeah.
metal.
I'm
Hey,
so excited. I can't wait for
help
it.
these guys out. By helping them, you're helping us. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Buy the Ronin Wall package. That way you have an open tab for the event to drink beer and sake.
There you go. Get blasted.
And when you have that open tab, you know, like who to help out. Or
Buy us a drink.
Right?
For a middle.
You're right.
There you go. For Middle Swap Talk, Josh, Kim, Brian, Israel. We'll see you next time.